Hi, Levi and Caitlin. I'm a student physical therapist working under Dr. Clawson. I would like to, you're coming in for your neck today?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Oh, it's been hurting for a while.
Okay.
And I ended up getting an MRI on it.
Okay. What did they tell you what the MRI said?
It said something about my discs being bad or something like that.
Oh, okay. All right. So, mild degenerative disc disease, I believe.
Sounds right, yeah.
Okay. So I just want to kind of get into that MRI. I don't want you to stress about the MRI. A lot of people get MRIs of many different injuries that they have, and some MRIs have positive findings of an injury and others don't, and yet people can have pain or no pain for either of those situations. So a lot of people with mild degenerative disc disease have no pain with it. So we can get you to a point where you are without pain with still having this diagnosis, I guess.
Okay.
So I don't want you to worry too much about that. I kind of want to get into discussing pain with you, if that's okay. Okay. So pain is it can be a really helpful response in our body, or it can also be very detrimental in some cases. So typically if we do something that's going to hurt us, so we break our leg, we're gonna, I don't like that example. We're gonna go away from that. If we place our hand on a stove, you feel that heat, that pain. So what it is that these nerves that are in your hand are sending signals up to your brain saying, this is really hot, it's dangerous. Your brain understands that it's pain and sends signals back to your hand to tell you to pull your hand away. So it's protecting us. So imagine it in a scenario of a house alarm. So when we have alarms on our houses, it's protecting us from what?
People not breaking in.
Right, yes. So if hopefully if it's working right.
Yeah.
So the alarm on our house, we set it and maybe someone breaks in, the alarm goes off, we call the cops, everything's sorted out. We're fine. So in some scenarios, if you were to up that sensitivity of that alarm, say if you're extra nervous that someone's going to break in, you up that sensitivity, and now every time a cat walks across your porch or a leaf hits your window, that alarm is going off, and so you're constantly in this state of stress, and you're constantly potentially calling the cops or running to the door to see if somebody's there. So you see how this alarm system can be a little bit detrimental as well as helpful? Okay, so what I think may be happening in your case is that your nerves are kind of in that heightened response. So instead of being stimulated when there's a damaging action happening, like right now, you have pain with this little movement, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that it's damaging your discs. It means that those nerves can be extra sensitive to that little motion. So now instead of saying like, oh, it's just a normal motion, they're like, this is really dangerous, brain, help us out. Brain says, that's painful, stop doing that. Does that make sense? Okay. So I also, do you understand kind of how your nerves are working, how that pain might be not necessarily helpful at this point, and you aren't doing damage to your discs at this point? Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. I also wanted to play into how there can be other factors that play into your pain. So you talked to me about your financial situation and your grandma's health, and also the traumatizing word that's associated with your diagnosis, right? So all of those, that extra stress in your life can make your recovery a little bit more painful, I guess. So it can kind of excite those nerves even more in different ways. Are you seeing anybody right now for that?
I'm not.
Would you like to?
I'd be okay with it.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to refer you out if that's possible to get help with that, as well as getting some physical therapy help. Okay, great.
Better already.